Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft video. We are here in our survival world as usual and we are walking across our beautiful bridge that we built last episode. I'm still super proud of this bridge and literally everything that I built last episode, including this board, which is still blank. So if you have any ideas, drop them now in the comment section because it looks kind of bland right now. But enough about last episode, let's talk about this episode. This episode I want to add something pretty big in regards to our taiga village. And if you don't know what I'm referring to, that is the whole area we've been living so far, including my starter house, my trading hall, and my tavern here. I have made them all kind of like representing a taiga village because that is what I want this to be. I want this to be like an evolved version of a Minecraft taiga village, but it's not quite convincing as a taiga village if there's only 3 buildings. So in this episode I want to work on that by adding a 4th building, which I'm really excited about. I think this one's going to be a super fun one to build, and that is, drumroll please, a fishing house. Yay! Fishing house. Great, right? If you remember, in last episode, we built this dock/pier over here, and I said, oh, I'll just do my fishing here, but I lied. I don't love it for fishing. It makes a perfect dock. Oh, what's this? Anyways, makes a perfect dock for boats and boating and making boats and for boats, but it's not really great for fishing. So I thought, what better way to fish than to build a villager house that is a fishing house, and we can have a pier off the side of it and it will look great. So let's go into free cam. Obviously this house is gonna have to be on the water because that's a pretty given bit of information with a fishing house. And I think I'm gonna have it go right here on this little bit of land that's kind of like poking out here, and we can have a pier running off right here and then the house right here. Something special about this build that I am implementing is that I want to put an actual villager in there. And I'm super excited about this because I tried to do this in my tavern, which I'll show you guys right now. I wanted to put a bartender right behind this bar and it would look super cute like this. And it would be like a cleric. It would be cute. It would be a really nice detail to add, but sadly I didn't end up doing it. And I don't have an excuse, I was just lazy. So yeah, moving on. Last episode I said that I wanted to do things in my world to bring it more to life, and I think a great way to do that is by having villagers out and around in my builds. I think they just really help with bringing it to life. As I said, having a moving mob is just really cool and a great detail to add. So that's what we're gonna do. Our first step, of course, is going to be to clear out a bit of land here for our fishing house. Am I calling it the right thing? What is it supposed to be called? A fishing house? I'm not sure. I guess I'm just gonna call it a fishing house, because what else do you call that? This area right here is where I want to put it. So what better way to start off an episode than with a time lapse? Let's get to work. Alright, the area is all cleared out. We have a ton of space, probably more than we'll need. If I'm being honest, this isn't going to be a huge house. Let's look, yeah. So obviously I think we're going to have the pier around this area, and then maybe we'll put the house right here would be a good idea. So we have a bit more space over here. Maybe we can put something over there. I'm not sure what we put. What would be cute is maybe like a little like a fish selling stand, like imagining that like the villager who lives there like has like a little stand out front where he sells fish. That would be kind of cute. Also, something we need to do is connect up a path down here. We can probably just run that path straight down and that will be fine, but yeah. But now we can probably get into the real thing. After I cleared the trees out, I went into a creative world and I started mocking up some ideas that I might want to have our fishing house to look like, and I've landed on a pretty good one. So I believe it's time for yet another time lapse. Won't be a long one, I swear. I mean, they never really are. They're time lapses. Alright, let's go. Welcome back, guys. We are finally done with our little fishing shack house thing, and I want to talk a bit about it because it's kind of a different build than what I usually do in a few ways. So first of all, we use a lot of azalea, which is kind of a different shade of green that is all around us, but we are incorporating a bit of like shrubs and other things to kind of like mix the greens together, and I think it looks pretty good. It's kind of interest, especially for the kind of area we live in, but I think it looks pretty good. I experimented with putting actual azaleas with the leaves to kind of look like it's like a bush and this is like growing together, and I think it looked really good. But I'm kind of overall really happy with the way this looks. I mean, it kind of looks like a log cabin in a way. I put these little like logs sticking out, which I think is pretty cute. And I'm happy with the roof design. This was my first attempt actually in a creative server at this, and usually I have a really hard time with the roofs, but I think this went pretty well. But you know, we walk in, this is kind of the front, there's this desk where hopefully we can have a villager behind. I'm gonna have to figure out how to actually make them stay back here. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be not as simple as I want it to be, but we'll work on it. I was having a really hard time figuring out what color of glass I wanted to do in these windows here, and I eventually landed on no glass because the glass just wasn't fitting the vibe, in my opinion. So I decided to go with fence posts, which I see a lot of different creators do, and it looks pretty good in most situations. I honestly kind of prefer it to glass. Then this here is just kind of like the back door area. I made it like this so you can just walk through, and then there will be like a pier here to fish on. Pretty simple. I'm hoping I didn't give myself too much space in between here, but if not, we can just kind of shave back the terrain and we'll make it work. You know, we can edit this terrain. It's not going to stay the exact same way it looks right now. And something else I experimented with here was having these signs. I put a lot of signs in this build, put signs outside here and signs in here. I'm not sure what I was really going for with here. I guess just extra like detailed, and I think it looks okay. I'm still kind of on the fence about it. On the fence, get it? Because I used fence post. Alright, I'm sorry. Yeah, but I'm not sure about it, but I think we're gonna keep it for the time being. There are a few things I need to address with this build though, like the fact that we have no floor. I'm standing on grass right now because when I was building creative, I was like, I have all these blocks to, you know, play around with and I can do anything. And I kind of forgot I was gonna have to build this in survival and get all of the materials myself. So let's go into my creative world for a minute so I can show you guys what it was supposed to look like. So this is the flooring of it in my creative server. And for those who don't know, this is a beehive. And beehives to craft look a little bit like this. Honeycomb. The obvious thing here is that you need 3 pieces of honeycomb to make 1 beehive, just 1. And although it makes a great floor, I mean, just look at that, it looks really nice. I do not have excess amounts of honeycomb, so here's my dilemma. Go venture for a ton of honeycomb and spend a lot of time to get a silly little floor, or do something sad with no whimsy and kind of ugly and just use like spruce or something for the floor. My answer here is obvious. I know what I have to do. So I saddled up my horse and I left home across my bridge looking for the nearest flower forest. I wasn't sure much about beehives and where they spawned, but I knew there were some flowers nearby, so I checked there first. Lucky for me, I was able to spot a beehive immediately. This is when I realized I had no idea what I was doing, and that there were actually many levels and rules to this. So the bees got angry at me, and I panicked. This is when I realized bees are very scary in this game. I didn't really know what I was doing, but luckily I was able to jump in and pick up the honeycomb and get on my way out. Later, I discovered an actual flower forest and spent lots of time there, getting so much honeycomb until I realized I finally had enough and I could head back home. It was a long journey. As you can see here, it took days and nights, but I was able to finally return home and get that stupid beehive floor that I wanted so bad. And it's not even that cool. Wow, that was quite a journey, but we are back now and we have put everything in. So I have made a few extra changes other than the floors, which look great. Definitely a good decision, even though it was a very painful decision. It was good. I think it looks way better than just using an easier generic block. I definitely think that sometimes you have to go that extra mile to be proud of your build, I guess. And if you haven't noticed, we've added some other things. We've added these shelves around because I thought it would be good to have like some sort of shelving, and as we catch fish, we can like kind of put them up in here so it can look like our villager who's sitting here like is selling them. I think that'd be super cute. But yeah, just a little extra touch. Now, this is supposed to be a fishing house, and for that we need a dock, which we are actually missing right now. So let's get that put in very quickly so we can start working on actually getting our villager into his new home with, you guessed it, another time lapse. Alright everybody, our dock is done and I'm pretty happy with it. It's a dock. Honestly, I was gonna like have this whole like part of the video where I just talk about like this is like the choices I made with the dock, but it's kind of self-explanatory. It's spruce and I added campfires to make it look a little torn up. That's the dock. But before this video gets an hour long, we have to work on the best part of this build, which will go right here. The villager. We're gonna try to figure out a way to make him stand right here. But first we need a villager. Now, if my memory serves correct, off camera a while ago. Hi. Okay. Yeah, off camera a while ago. I think I just found one around. Oh, also I made this path. Sorry, I'm real off topic today. What do I do? Okay. This is horrible filmmaking. I guess I'll just. Oh my god. Okay. Is it nighttime? Can I just go to sleep? Oh my god. Alright, let's suit up. But let's get back on track. In here, maybe I have a villager? Leave me alone. Oh my gosh. Oh, I must have made him into a toolsmith. Did I lock him in already? Yeah, okay. So, looks like we're gonna have to find ourselves a new villager. I think best case scenario is not to go just pick up a whole new villager, because that's gonna be a lot of work. I think what we should do is just breed one here, which we're gonna need a bed and we're gonna need to release some villagers. So, well, actually, what we could do is maybe just like do something like this to where like they can just go over to each other, you know, and then I can put like a bed in there. That could work. Okay. It's not much, but it gets the job done. Let's go get a bed. Let's place that down right there to drop this bread. Break this, and patch that up. Okay. Let's see. Get the bread. Friends? Okay, I'm just gonna let whatever's happening in there happen. Alright, we are back. I took a little break and I had to switch where I was. Oh shoot! Sorry, I had to switch where I was keeping the villagers. And there is a baby villager now, but now we have a baby villager and we have this villager. They seem to be fine though. I think he just wants to find a bed, so we'll let him out for the time being. We are going to have to use rail carts to get them back up there. But now we have a baby villager, so I'll do that off camera and we'll get this baby villager adult and into the fishing house. Okay, so we have the baby villager at the house and I already put the other two villagers back. So now we just have to work on keeping it in here, which I found is going to be a pretty hard task because villagers can jump one block. So I did hear that to keep villagers from jumping you can put like honey blocks down, and I hope I have some leftover honey, so I'm gonna see if this works. It's from a YouTube video, so I'm not sure how reputable it is, but let's try it out. So hey guys, I'm back with the honey, but I have some bad news. Yeah, I guess I left him overnight or whatever. He's a zombie now. So we're gonna have to cure him. Hopefully it won't be too hard. Let me just put down the honey and all this stuff. So hopefully, I think I'm gonna have to take this out too. We're gonna replace all of these with honey blocks, which shouldn't allow them to, yeah, get over that. Hopefully they can't open these. So no, he shouldn't be able to get out. That works well. So now we'll cure him. Maybe we should put him back there first. Alright, just go. Please. Okay, he's gonna kill me. Go. Go. Okay. Go. Oh, I forgot I have thorns. Take that one out. Oh, I can't. Oh my gosh, I can't get that out. Okay. Don't want to kill him. Okay. Okay. Oh, I don't think he can leave. Okay, now we'll just cure him, and everything will be good. Oh, okay. Right. I'm just gonna ignore that happened, and I'm gonna go get us a new villager. Alright guys, I have great news. Our first ever villager that we tried to put in here is back there. I don't know what you're talking about, baby villager that died. That never happened. This is our villager, and he's a fisherman. I did have to take out the smoker we had here because he wanted to be a butcher instead, but no, he has to be a fisherman. And it looks like he's trading raw cod for cooked cod. That doesn't... What? I'm confused. Okay, whatever. But yeah, I can't believe we did it. It looks like the honey blocks are working to keep him down here. And I really love the way this looks, guys. I am super happy with this episode and everything that we accomplished. And that is all the time I have left in this episode because this has been a very long episode. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching this far into the video, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night. Goodbye!